Okay. First things first. Can we do that?
Sort of.
Okay.
So it's, sorry, it takes me a minute.
You can start one at a time with the quarter notes in the foot. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Clap. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Great. Okay, I want you to continue practicing that and try to get a metronome so you even go slower.
Okay.
Because actually going slower, you have more time to mess up, and it's sort of harder.
Okay.
Okay, so and then that will get you very even. And with the 3 levels, that evens it out, because you always have to have at least 2 levels to measure something, anything that needs to be measured, you have to have 2 of something. So that's why we have the quarter notes and the eighth notes, and that's when you'll read music, you'll be going from the quarter note to the eighth note to the 16th note levels all the time, different. And so this way you can grab them and you know where they're at.
Gotcha.
And if they're in your body, that's the best way, and that's yours. Okay, good. How about the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star?
We did Jambalaya.
Oh, Jambalaya, okay.
Yeah. So it's
Good. How about, can you did you get the lyrics for that?
I did, but I don't know them all yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the other way you can do the bass, that was fine. But the other way is, let's see. How did that keeps it in that lower range.
Okay.
Doing that. So it's C, G. See, I'm going, it's a 5th, because that's what you need. You want it in your 5.
Yeah.
But it's still a 5th because it's a G.
Okay.
Even though backwards it's a 4th.
Right.
Because going up like that, it's a 5th. Going down, it's a 4th.
Okay.
But they're essentially the same thing because of the scale degree. We number our scales. This is in C major, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 again. Okay, so when we're using a chord like a C, we're using the 1 and the 5 in the bass. So we go 5, 1, 5, and then we use that 5 turns into a 1 because you're going to G, 1, then you got 5 up here on D, because if we did a G scale, D would be 5. So that's what we do with each of the chord. The name of the chord is always the root.
Okay.
And then you go 5 above that. So that's a real typical bass line. You used in a whole lot of stuff. So whatever you want to do. Sometimes it's a little hard to remember to hit that twice. Or you got C, C, G. That's also perfectly legitimate. Okay. Okay. Now I see you were doing your accompaniment, the chords up here, and that kind of well, you can do that, and that's fine. But when you're accompanying,
you want to keep it down.
Yeah, because sometimes the voice will be up there, but not that often.
Okay,
it's
so
just
should be. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay, it's just a matter of arranging and what you want to do with it.
Okay.
So I tend to keep stuff down here, and it sort of is out of the way of the vocal range, but not really, because I mean, you can go up here. That part is the vocal, and depending, you know, and it depends on who you're accompanying and stuff. But good. Can you sing part of it?
I kind of just I don't know if I will remember how to sing it.
Okay.
It's like, goodbye, Joe.
Yeah.
Here we
There's,
go.
you got a pickup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that pickup is always like right before the beat 1.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, Joe. Well, it's not always,
Yeah.
because there's different ways, but in this case, it's always going to be 1, 2, 3. Goodbye, Joe. Goodbye, Joe. So that's on 4. 1, 2, 3. Goodbye, Joe is 1.
Mm-hmm.
Me oh my oh, and then another one. 4. We gotta go. Go is the downbeat.
Okay.
So try just the first few.
Do you mind if I pull the lyrics up?
Oh no, do.
Because I don't think we'll be able to remember. Okay. So.
Yeah. You want to start your 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay.
That'll be. So will it start like right here, like goodbye, Joe?
It's gonna start on the G.
It'll start on the G.
Mhm.
Okay. Goodbye, Joe.
Nope.
No, sorry.
Goodbye, Joe. We gotta go. Me oh. Now my oh.
Sorry, it's hard to.
That's it. 1, 2. We gotta go. Pull the piano down the bayou. Good. Use your phone, sweetest one. Me oh my oh. Summer gun, have big fun on the bayou. Good. That's great.
Awesome.
Great. You got a good voice.
Thank
too.
you. It's a
Yeah.
little craggly, but.
Yeah. It always is a lesson, practice
Yeah.
and stuff. But yeah, got a good potential for that voice.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So you can keep working on that. You'll have your first song.
Awesome.
Now, how about the way we get our fingers in there? And do that.
Sorry.
Okay, now that section has the repeat. That's the bridge. And so you have to go back to the 5th finger and the 1, or the G, and go down the scale again. Okay, yeah, and then you're starting the A section again.
Okay. So that would start here.
Uh-huh. Okay, your fingers look really pretty good.
Okay.
But one thing, I'd like to see a little more from this knuckle. They're
Okay.
sort of coming up from here. Remember, we said that the way you hit a piano key, you can hit it from this knuckle, or this knuckle, or this wrist, or your elbow, or your shoulders. So
Right.
really know where that action is coming from. I'd like it to be a little more exaggerated. So it's going over. Because I see sometimes this moving up like that. Just a little, and I want it to be in the fingers. This is the generic way, the way you play the piano most of the time, because you don't want a harsh kind of clicky, clacky kind of sound. Okay, so it's exaggerated that is.
Mhm.
And then, whoops. It's like I'm swiping the keys.
Mhm.
But the thing is, you practice that way, it's going to get smaller, and you will have that control under
Mhm.
those fingers. It won't be as exaggerated, but it's like a circle coming down on it, and not a hammer. If it was a hammer, this would stay straight, and you do that. And a lot of people end up doing that, and they don't get a very gentle, kind of smooth sound
Mhm.
out of it. Okay, so try this exercise just in the right hand. Let me see each finger. Good. Do this finger again, Mom. Yeah, because it can go. See, I'm moving it from right here, and nothing else is moving. Because the tendency,
Mhm.
a lot of tendency is they're moving up and down with the hand like a hammer.
Okay.
And that just takes a little practice on that little exercise,
Mhm.
and focus on what each finger is doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll keep working on it.
You got that good with the two hands,
Mhm.
so that's fantastic. Because you know, two hands for a lot of people that's the hardest.
Mhm.
And I like to get them in there and do it right away,
Yeah.
so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, I know piano teachers. I knew a piano teacher that had their kids working hands alone for a year.
Really?
I thought,
Oh my gosh.
The-
That's crazy.
yeah, it's just kind of boring too, probably.
Yeah.
But that was, and they always say you learn one line at a time, and that's true. But you have to put them together, and when you put them together, it's two different things.
Right.
You know, it starts something else. So I like to get them together. So
Awesome.
that's really good. Okay, I've got this book. So you can see, read the isometric. This is good. Mostly is even better for our older people, older adults. But it's showing you how the finger goes. Okay, so we're going to start with reading. And our hands are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, thumbs are 1. So your treble clef, in the scheme of things, is always going to be on the top. We're going to get there, but see here,
Yeah.
that's the top right hand. And sometimes it's a bass clef. We have to watch our clefs. But the top is always the right hand, and the bottom is always the left hand.
Got it.
Okay, so we have here the treble clef. And in reading it, if you can remember, every good boy does fine. You just see what I did? I go E, G, B, D, F. I just went every other one from E. And that's going every other one in the alphabet.
Okay.
If you go E, G, B, D, F, A, C, E, and you think of every other one in the alphabet, that's how you read your clefs.
Okay.
Both of them. They just start on different places. This one we think of as starting on E because that's the first line. Okay? E, G, B, D, F is the lines. But if we got the spaces, it's F, A, C, E. And see here, E, G, B, D, F. If we kept going, F, A, C, E, those are still thirds. Okay, so it's face, F, A, C, E, and every good boy does fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and just get your right hand on here. This is going to be the middle C, because this one right here is going to be in the middle of the clef. See, it looks like that from the treble clef, and it looks, I gotta show you. Anyway, it's gonna look the same from, it's gonna have a line through it up here,
Okay.
right there. So that's why it's the middle, they're shared. And sometimes the treble clef will go down below it, and it'll have ledger lines, what you call ledger lines, or this could go above it and it have ledger lines. And ledger line is just a staff that's added.
Okay.
Okay, and that is a good thing to remember this, because as you learn your ledger lines, it's just every other one in the alphabet. E, B, D, E, B, E, G, B, D, F, A, C, E, and it just repeats.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a good thing. Sometimes it might be helpful in reading if you had a paper, put a circle, and then write maybe from C, C, E, G, B, D, F, A, all around until it repeated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then because we know our alphabet and we can do that, sometimes that's easier than visualizing the piano for us.
Right.
Because when we were little, we grew up doing it.
It'd be much easier.
Yeah, then I had kids in music school that grew up with the piano, and they could just visualize the chord.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to think about it.
That's awesome.
You know, but I did this way because I started piano when I was in college, and for my theory classes, I had to spell all kinds of chords. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
different, a lot of different chords, especially my jazz classes. And so I went around campus walking, going C, E, G, B, D, F, A, C, E, G, B, D, F, A, C, because every time you start on a new one, it's kind of different.
Yeah, right, difficult.
Yeah, so that got me to spell my chords really fast. So it's very helpful. Okay, here, put your right hand on finger 1 on C, middle C. Okay, we always have our belly button here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna point to it, and you just play it. Good. Okay. Now coming down. Good. Now going up this one. Okay, one thing I will say, if you can, we were doing, and that might be exactly what you want, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking, if we can get it a little smoother,
Okay.
yeah, let's try that. That would be, they would take and do something like this, a slur line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Try that just right here. Good. Okay. And when you're doing that, because it's kind of tricky because you have to switch
Mm-hmm.
quickly.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're likely to have something that bleeds over.
Right.
So listen for the bleeding. This would be more the generic way you would play something. Try to get it to be smooth. But what you did was more like a marcato. Okay, and that's fine, but that's going to be something that's marked in the music if they want you to play like that.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay, how about Ode to Joy? Over here, same position. Okay.
Okay.
You're starting on 3. Great, you've heard this before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this rhythm, what you did, and they don't put it in here, is a dotted quarter, 1, 2, and 3. Now remember we had our eighth notes because we had to clap them.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in 3, 4 times, so you have 6 of these in the measure. Well, this is a dotted quarter, so it would take up 3. Anytime you have a dot, it's 3 of the next level down. So it's 3 of the eighth notes. 1, 2, 3. Then you got 1 eighth note here. You got 1 and 2. So this one's an and 3. These are tied because they're 2 eighth notes equal. Well, I guess this is the 4/4 time. 3, 4. So it's 1 and 3, and that's the rhythm you play. Okay, and that's that's what it really is supposed to be. But what they wrote was, which is very bland.
Right.
But I just want you to know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can do this. That's something you can do. Just write them in. I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I generally think that with a little help like that, you're going to learn your notes pretty good if you remember your the sayings, the mnemonic device, which is every good boy does fine.
And then face.
Face for the right hand. Now the left hand is the same thing because it's going up like thirds, but instead we start on a G to go up in thirds. That's a G. So, and you can remember this clef because these 2 dots, they call it an F clef because these 2 dots mean that's F.
Okay.
Okay, and this over here with the treble clef, it goes around that G line. They call it also a G clef because that's a G.
Okay.
So if you remember one note, whether it's the first line, which I tend to teach the first line, or and the first space to go up. Okay, so we got good boys. Now I'm forgetting. G, G, B, D, F. Good boys do fine always on top. So we got 5 lines here. It just starts on G. See where we get? It's the same right here. Of course, these are all octave lower. They're down here. I'll do this G. Okay. So if we had an E down here, that would be the big treble clef, but it starts on a G. So it's good boys do fine always for those lines. Okay. Do you want me to write these down?
That would be great. Yeah.
Okay. I'll write it down here. Because that really is the best way I know of to do this, do all kinds of different things now. But first I'll write spaces. F, A, C, E. Every good boy does fine. You can read it.
Hard to remember too.
Yeah.
I can read just fine.
Okay. The bass clef starts with, we'll do the faces, all or spaces, A, C, E, and G. Okay. That has nothing to do with that. Okay. A, C, E, G. All cows eat grass. And then we've got good boys do fine always. So if you just stop and try to figure them out sometimes, there's going to be a lot of different ways that we learn how to read. And you're not going to be going A, F, E, F, like that. You won't be reading that. It just would take way too long.
Right.
so there's other ways, but good boys does. Let me get my grammar here. Fine. Always. Okay?
Perfect.
Okay, so, did we do this one?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, let's try it. So we got a G. This G is below the middle C because the middle C is up here being shared, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know it's a G below middle C, so we go to there. Okay?
Then up to C.
Okay.
Or,
C.
sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good. Now you notice how the contour of that line is just straight down,
Mm-hmm.
and these are steps right here. That's a step.
Mm-hmm.
Happens to be a major step because when we go from here to here, there's something in the middle.
Okay.
That's a major step. So, but it's still a step. Okay. So when we do steps, that's what they look like.
Okay.
And if they're going down on the page, they're going down this way on the piano.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then all of these are, well, there's a big skip. Okay, try this line. Good, and down. Right, and when you're doing some of these exercises, well, all of them, you try to keep it very even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Okay.
definitely need to work on that.
Okay, because that's just training the fingers.
Mhm.
Okay, because they're not even at first. RLE, left hand.
Alright.
Okay, you're gonna start here on 5
Okay.
because this is the C below the middle C.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Now look at that. No problem. Here, F E D. It comes back.
Okay.
Okay. I always try to point that out to students. But it comes back and then up, and you see this. It's the contour is a dip.
Okay.
Try that. Great. Okay. Great. Okay, so this one, well, it's not your book. Okay, I want you to do this one and think of being very smooth with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it can go even smoother. Okay, so you have more control. It's
Mhm.
just, we're always trying to get that control. So, and that will help you.
Okay.
Okay, so we can do this one, bass clef sign, and playing on the grand staff. Here we go. Okay, these two staffs, which you just did, are combined together, and we have what we call a timeline 4/4 that just keeps repeating 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's for both of these, okay, because they're played together. So, let's see. Go ahead and play that. Good. And left hand.
Left hand.
And that's going to be a 5 on the C.
5 on the.
Okay. Now these dots mean to repeat it, and you would be going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1.
Okay.
So it'd go right back. these simpler things, think about your fingerings. Are you moving your fingers the right way? And what's it sound like?
Mhm.
Is there any bleeding that's going on? And do I do something like just like one section is smooth and when the other section is not? Is it even? And stuff. Okay, so these will put this you do this week. We got this Mexican hat dance. Now we got some rest. We actually have some rhythm going on.
Okay.
Okay. Rest. Now count off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here we have a skip. See it? It's a line to a line. If you get a skip, this is a third, and it's either a line to a line or a space to a space. Okay? So, and I always think of these little things as coming back to that note. Okay?
Okay. So it's
Good. Okay, one. Now, when you play this, it's got to be longer because you're going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no rest in there. Okay. What you played was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's no rest. So right here, that's a long notes. Okay. Now try that one. It's in the right hand. Oh, that's 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, did you hear the space? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. If you can try more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's a little more smooth. Try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Great. Okay. Okay. You can do this. We got lightly row. Let me see something. We did G, C, and G. Okay. Let me see. C. Well, I just played that in the top. But what we can do is we can add your chords because you do know these chords. Play the chords in the left hand. C, G7, C. Right? Right.
I practice it in the left hand a whole lot.
Okay. Well, this week, practice in the left hand. And it starts with C when it changes to G7. Just use your ear. Okay? If the C sounded bad, try the G7. You got two choices. You will figure them out. Okay? And this, go ahead and you can read it play it in the right hand. Play it in the left hand too, but you can play it in the right hand. It's going to be a G. Same thing, except for right here, we got C, E, G. What is that? C, E, G. Do you know? C, E, G. It's the C chord. So right here, that's the C chord arpeggiated. Okay. So this is the same up here. That's, you can read up there. Then this one, you're just doing the C chord arpeggiated to end it. Okay. Try it. Do this in the left hand first. So we'll read it as it is. It's going to be 1 on a G. So it's
It's hard to.
Uh-huh. Good. Right. Okay, now it's skips. See, you got these thirds now. C, no, C, E, G,
Oh.
G, another G, C. Right, do that again.
All right. Starts with a G, right?
Uh-huh. Good. C. Right. Okay, so that is in the left hand.
Okay.
Okay, so when you put your chords and you're experimenting with chords for lightly row, then keep the melody in your right hand so you can practice those left hand chords.
Okay.
Ooh, go tell Aunt Rhody. Let's play that.
Okay. So it's every good boy.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So that's what? You're in the right hand.
Right hand.
Uh-huh. And this is every, so it's E, and they want you to play 3 on it. That's it.
I'm trying to count in my head too.
Uh-huh. Good.
I'm gonna start over. Okay. So it's E.
2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
That's not right.
Now look at this one.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's a skip. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now left
Okay.
hand.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Is it right? Is it
Okay, it's going to be a G.
G?
And
Okay.
ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's a step.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this comes right back to the same note. 1, 2, 3.
It's just. I think it's just because I haven't memorized the notes.
The
yet.
notes, yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely what's wrong.
Okay. Okay, this one is a D, and you'll play with the 4th finger. When you do the D, you're going to go down, which is this way,
Okay.
and then you're going to come back to the D, which that would be a 5, D. Then you're going to go up a step from D, which is E, which is 3, and then you 5 again. Try this little phrase. So
It's on
4,
4 E.
D. 4 is D.
D. Okay.
So you're going to go D, C, D, E, C. Yeah.
Okay.
See, what I'm doing is I'm visually thinking step, go down this
Okay.
way. And step, go up, go this way, go that way again. Oh, big skip, guess. So C. Yeah.
Okay.
So I throw out a lot of different ways to learn to read music, and you will probably find one that suits you best. So you want to do that. But what I don't like is they have this up here for you to put all the notes in it, and you can do that because they'll stop doing that. But people then read the note instead of the contour of what's going on. And it's important to start to learn to read that, the contour and the steps and the skips, because that's a part of the music, the way it moves and stuff, and the contour,
Right.
and to make something musical. But if you're just reading E, E, D, C, C, and I know some people that do that, they're just focused on reading that note and figuring out what it is and where it is, that they forget. You want to make music, okay, and you want to make it right away. It's
Yeah.
It's not fun if it's not music. Okay, we're gonna stop at that,
Okay.
okay?
Sounds good.
So stop at Aunt Rhody and try to play this in the right hand too. Because next week I'll have different pattern using the chords
okay.
that we can apply to that, and you'll need to learn that with the right hand.
Sounds good.
Okay. And you got this, you can print out.
Yes, I'm gonna print it out on Monday,
Okay.
and I'll be practicing.
All right, great.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay, see ya.
See you later.